What is up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Laughing Coyote. This is This Week in Cricket, and today we're going to talk about the Australia-India series, Gavaskar Trophy 2021 India Tour of Australia. I have opened up the games here. We did talk about the first game. It started off quite poorly for India. India all out for 36 runs, and a lot of people started saying that was the end for India, that they're not going to be able to make a comeback. I made a video about it saying, well, they are going to make a comeback because it's India. They're number one in the world for a reason. I mean, they're not going to go down that easily. People lose games all the time. Sure, they don't lose this badly. It was a very bad loss for India, 36 all out. But I said they can make a comeback. If there's anyone who can make a comeback, it was going to be India. And the second game, lo and behold, they didn't have Virat Kohli. That was the main reason why people thought that they were going to do bad. But guess what? Ajinkya Rahane, the stand-in captain, stepped up to the job. He did what needed to be done. He got the player of the match. He scored so many runs, a lot of runs. He got 100 in the first innings, and he didn't score that many in the second, but they didn't really need to score that much because they got Australia all out quite early in the second innings, 200 runs I think it was. And so yeah, they didn't need to chase all that much, but Ajinkya Rahane got them out of the match. A very good 100 in the first innings, very much deserved it. So no Virat Kohli, no problem, he's got it. Then we move on to the third test, which again was a brilliant game for India. After the first test, I mean, India just didn't look back, did they? I mean, they just kept moving forward and kept performing really well. In the third test, Australia, Will Peteski, by the way, made a debut. He was dropped like 3 times, but he did manage to get half ton in the first innings. Australia put up 338 runs in the first innings. India came out, scored 224. And it was at this point when people were like, you know what, Australia's got this game, they're going to win it because they've got the lead going into the second innings, and India was looking a bit shaky. Now, it came down to Cheteshwar Pujara, but Pujara, even in the first innings, scored a 50 of 176 deliveries, which is just ridiculous. But in the second innings, then Australia scores 312 runs, declares with a loss of just 6 wickets. It's a huge target for India. It's going to be very difficult to chase down, but what they can do is get a draw at least, instead of losing the game. So they tried to bat as well as they could. I mean, they tried to go for the win, but it wasn't enough. And in the end, Cheteshwar Pujara, with a brilliant, solid defense, 77 runs scored in the second innings of 205 deliveries. That guy truly is the next Rahul Dravid. And that game ended in a tie, a game that India had no business getting any points away from. They managed to get some points from it. And it was all thanks to Pujara. Not all thanks to him, but a major part of that draw was Pujara. And Rishabh Pant got 97 in the second innings. He was quite aggressive in that innings, actually. And then Vihari as well, and Ashwin at the end. They both faced, so Vihari faced 161 deliveries, and Ashwin faced 128 deliveries. So that's a lot of deliveries between them, and they managed to get the draw, taking things to the Gabba, where Tim Paine said that he cannot wait to take the Indians, and we all know what happened in the fourth test. Yep, well, if you don't know, I'm about to tell you. So Australia started the things off. Started them off quite well. Marnus Labuschagne got 100, and a couple of good scores from Wadey. Smith scored like 36. Cam Green scored 47, 50 for Paine. Pretty good stuff overall. 369 runs, Chica 69, but yeah, it was pretty good, especially since India came out to bat and were all out for 336. So Australia had a little bit of a lead there, and then they came out to bat, scored 294, like 300 and some run, 320 something run lead Australia had. The target was, here it is, 328 was the target for India in the. They had a whole day, and they also had a little bit of time in the last day. They would have had more time, but due to rain, they had to stop playing. And so they went into the last day with the entire day, and everybody was like, yeah, well, obviously they're going to lose, right? Because, Australia bowling attack is just too good. Hazelwood is on fire. Stark's been a bit crap, but Hazelwood's been on fire. Cummins is just on another level. Liney wasn't that great, but he's getting a wicket or two here and there as well. So obviously India's going to lose. Well, obviously that didn't happen. And Tim Payne, who was chirping in the third test, got what he deserved, let's be honest. I mean, because it's not just about the sledging. I like sledging, you know, I enjoy sledging. It's the fact that he was just being a bit too rude. And not only that, I mean, he even started cursing at the umpire, which is just uncalled for. I think he should be banned, or at least there should be a fine for that. Maybe they already did it, I don't know, I'm not entirely sure about that one. But that was very much unsportsmanship. Like, what? Is that even a word? Well, it is now. Anyways, yeah. India came out to bat, did the impossible. Shubman Gill started things off really well. 91 runs he scored. Then Cheteshwar Pujara, man, that guy is indeed a wall. 56 runs of 211 deliveries. At one point, I was watching the game and he was on 12 of like 119 deliveries. And I was like, what are you... What? How do you get this guy out, man? It was so good to watch because he was just standing there, taking ball after ball in body. He got hit in the head, in the chest, in the shoulders, in the arms. Didn't care. He was like, I am not moving. I'm going to stand here and I'm going to defend because that is what I've been sent out to do. And that is what I'm going to do. I was so impressed with Cheteshwar Pujara. And then comes out Rishabh Pant, the hero of the game, and finished things off in style. It was absolutely amazing from him. And like I said, sledging is fun, but what's more fun than sledging is when the guy chirping gets what he deserves. You know that video that's surrounding the internet even to this day? Mitt Johnson and Jimmy Anderson, instant karma. That's what happened to Tim Payne, and that's what makes that one even more satisfying win for India. I'm a Pakistani, but, you know, like I said, Tim Payne, he was just out of line. He was out of order, and I'm kind of happy that India won and Australia lost because that's what Tim Payne deserves. Anyways, Tim Payne's a good captain, though. You know, let's be fair to him. He has done a lot of good for Australia, and I think he'll keep doing well. You know, you lose sometimes, all right. I understand this is the Gabba, the fortress. They haven't lost a game since like 88 in the Gabba, and they finally lost a game. And not only that, with this loss, they lose the Border Gavaskar Trophy. India showing why they are the #1 side in the world after that first game. I mean, if you look at pretty much all the 4 games, that first game was extremely crap. I mean, we all have to agree. 36 all out. I mean, that's just crap, right? But second, third, and fourth game, it's all been India. India in control. India has performed so well in this, and no one gave them a chance, especially after all the injuries, I mean, in the last game in particular, they were pretty much playing their B side, their bench, right? There was no Bumrah, there was no Shami, there was no Ashwin, there was no Ishant Sharma, there was no Virat Kohli, there was none of those people, right? It was pretty much their bench they were playing, and they still managed to win. A stand-in captain, man. It was such an amazing performance for India. Congratulations to all the Indian fans. You have created history today. Well, I don't know when this video is gonna go, but I'm recording it right after the game. And it was fantastic. It was a thing of beauty. It was too good. It was chef's kiss worthy. Yeah, those are my thoughts. Let me know, what did you think about that game? I mean, it was just spectacular from India. And if you do enjoy this video, do drop a like, hit that subscribe button. Do check out my other 2 channels as well. Links will be in the description down below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, have a nice